What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. The ban list is here. The market is shifting, so let's go ahead and go over some of the cards that were featured on the ban list. Starting with Danglong, first of the Yang Zing. So it this card just came from zero, like to one. Originally, I think I mentioned, how like it was probably like I didn't really mention a specific. Well, okay, I shouldn't say specific, but I didn't really mention any kind of current deck that it could be used in. But I did mention that it had synergy with Manifos, but I really just overlooked the obvious kind of choice for the deck, which is Sword Soul. And Sword Soul does have the ability to use Danglong. You can use the Chuin and also the Fire Yangzing in a couple like little combos. So it does have the it does have use. It was going like I said, from the $4 range, then it completely shot up to around like the $15 mark. So you get near mint unlins for about 15.80. Light Blade First Dead for about $16-17. So like it's like $15 to $16. Uh, I think its reprint could be extremely soon. Like we do have the Battle of Legends coming up, so that could be. There's a lot of cards that could be in there. I'm maybe not like more stuff like Sprite and Runic. That's probably going to be safe for the tin. But there is a possibility that they could reprint the card. Maybe one of the two. Maybe they might put like Fountain or Tip, or maybe they might put Blue or Starter. Inside. There's a possibility, but most likely maybe Daylong and some of the Yang Zings that haven't gone to reprint might be in there. But with that being said, this card is going for about $15 to $16. And then the next card we're talking about is Blaster Dragon Roll of Infernos. I was like talking about Blaster for like past formats like a long time ago, and then when they this is before they brought back Tempest. So like I already kind of had a lot of these, and I'm a little disappointed. I thought these secrets were gonna shoot to like $10 a copy, but it looks like you get the modified for $4, but it looks like they're like the $4 to $6 range, and then the rares are kind of like I said in the $3 to $4 range. I was like really disappointed. I kind of expected these cards to go a little bit higher, like at least maybe in like the $7 to $10 range, but it looks like there's just not enough hype because like I guess like without the other two Dragon Rollers, I guess running a Dragon Roller deck is not, as good. Dragon Link already has a lot of other good options, so I guess Blaster and then Tempest are maybe not seen as like the best options, but maybe some people might run them. So I guess as the format develops, as Dragon Link develops and Dragon decks in general, or maybe we might get the other two off the list. We'll see if a Dragon Ruler deck kind of becomes a thing, but if not, Blaster's probably just going to be splashed into like random strategies like Salamangreat, or maybe or maybe even no, I was gonna say Rocket, Volcanic. Yeah, I don't know why I drew a blank. Yeah, maybe like Volcanic might, with the new support, they might kind of play a Blaster. So I don't really see anything too crazy. Like you get, Secret Rares for about $6, and then Rares for about $3, which, is kind of disappointing. Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. Now, this right here is a card that I'm a little mixed about it coming back. In all honesty, like I know that Sky Strikers are not gonna be like the best thing out there, but at the same time, they're not gonna be a slouchy deck. I very much feel like maybe Sky Striker Runic, some type of Sky Striker variant, or even pure Sky Striker Stun, something can be usable, especially because they have like the one card OTK in linkage. Like maybe in the next list you might see them limit linkage to one or something, just depending on how dominant the deck is. Like it's also very early. It's very early in this format with the new ban list, so it's a possibility that Skystriker could be just like a tier 1.5, tier 2, or rogue strategy. So like it's not really that big of a deal. So for now, we're kind of gonna see how it goes. All the copies of Engage are pretty low. Like you get these ultra rares for about 80 cents from Magnificent Mavens, about $1 for the ultra rares from Mega Pack 19. But the secret rares, these ones I did want to kind of look at. The secret rares are going a little high. You got the near mint unlims for about 12. Like pretty much like $12 to $13. You got $12.95 for a near mint unlim. And then mod play first did $16.50. So to be honest, we're probably looking at about we're probably looking at about the $16-17 range for that. We're just gonna skip all that. All right, Sky Striker Sky Striker Mecha Modules multi-roll. This right here kind of made me. I initially I didn't think too much of it, but now, like now that I kind of gotten time to think about it, this is one of the more problematic cards from Sky Strikers. It isn't that Sky Strikers could just, yeah, it's able to search and gain all this advantage, but like multi-roll allowed them to like get everything back, like pretty much like, okay, like it isn't like 100% exactly because it doesn't count itself, but pretty much like every single Sky Striker card that they activate that turn, they're gonna be able to get it back and then reuse it on your turn. So essentially, this is like gives them 2 turns in one. This it's pretty much like it pretty much tells your opponent everything that this player did to stop you, they're just gonna do it all over again. So this being at 3 is very interesting because with there only being one, like essentially once you got rid of it, it was gone, and then it made it harder to get because you pretty much had to search it with engage, and you were probably trying to search other cards with engage. So seeing this card at 3 kind of makes me feel like Sky Striker like Pure or maybe Sky Striker Runic could actually be an interesting and very interesting kind of strategy to go with. Kind of thinking having the ability to like negate multiple effects and then set a whole bunch of cards back and then draw 3 and then next turn negate all those same effects and then also draw 3 and use runic cards could kind of be could be something to like to look at. So you got the secret rares that are kind of going for like 10 for the unlimiteds and like up to 15, and then you got $1 for the ultra rares from Nips and Mavens. This this really does make sense. Like I said, this card really helps the deck like do exactly what it wants to do because it is able to search and then it's able to stun and kind of lock everything down. But if it can only do that once, and then everything else is just going to catch up to it. Multi-roll prevents them from able to being able to catch up. So having this back is a little bit crazy. Spiral Quick Fix. Spiral Quick Fix. I earlier I saw it going for $5, and I was looking for some supers and I didn't have any, but now they look like they have calmed down a little bit. You got some like near mint unlives, some Italians. Those Italians. I don't know. Let me kind of look into these super rares because we're looking at near mint unlibs 325. And then like light plate 3, so we're looking at about $4 for like near mint unlimited. That's actually like not bad. It's only gone down like about $1. So to be honest, it I kind of went like a little crazy in my live reaction because I really like Spiral Quick Fix. Because I mentioned that if this card came back, Sky Striker the Engine could be something, but unfortunately, Sky Striker the Engine, the Sky Striker, Spiral the Engine, I guess would not be. I guess I was kind of going over my head, and I thought that something better could have been put together. But I don't know, I was talking to some people, and the more that I talked to people, the more they kind of started to be like, well, that's possible, but it wouldn't be as good as running this or that. So the the spiral package, maybe it's not here yet. We need maybe Master Plan Black, but I don't think we're gonna get Master Plan back anytime soon. Samsara Lotus, just kind of want to go. I just brought it up just because it was on the list and just something kind of related to talk about. You got a lot of damage plays for like really low. I guess the FTK with this card is not wasn't really like that good, but you get like a lot of these copies for about 80 cents right now for like the first editions, which is like whatever. Herald of Orange Light. This card had to go down because of tier. I believe it was because of tier element because they were able to. Don't quote me, but I believe they had to go down because of Tier Element because they were synergizing with the wow man with the Ishizu cards. I think that's the reason why this card had to go down. So bringing this back to 2 is kind of interesting. I know Drytron is gonna have some kind of good use for this card. So you got the super rares right here for about like in the $2 range. Like with the $1 shipping, somewhere like in the $3 to $4 range. And then you got a lot of budget versions. You got the common for about 98 cents, and then you got the ultimate rare. That's a high rarity for about like 79 right here, maybe 75. Let's see. To be honest, like there's a lot of simply just dollar version of this card. There's a lot of kind of like budget versions that you got the original rares. Even that one's like $1. So I guess maybe like Dragtron players do get like a little extra with this card, but I don't really see anything too crazy kind of going on. I don't see Herald coming back anytime soon. And we got Runic Fountain. So the last two cards I'm going to talk about are basically Runic cards. Runic Fountain got hit to the exact number that I wanted it to be hit. I think two Runic Fountain is fine. Like I mean, like having that extra Runic Fountain is good for consistency, but a lot of Runic players can learn to play with two Runic Fountain. It's a little bit better with two Runic Fountain, in my opinion. And the price of this card was kind of going everywhere. It was kind of high at 14, kind of went up around like when the hype earlier. Then it started going down with the Banlist hype, going down, and then once we got that Banlist, boom, it started shooting back up. And it looks like you could get these cards. I was actually considering some of my Runic stuff. I'm so glad I did it. But it looks like you get like the Light Plate First Dead around 950. Like let's see, like 950, 879. So like these guys got, there's one, two, three, four right here in the $9 to $10 range, and then after that we got 10, 11. So we're looking about $10 to $11 for Burning Fountain. Which like to be honest, if you're like going to any kind of big event this weekend, like even your locals, I would just go ahead and it really depends because these are on the reprint clock. I don't see them going down anytime soon because now that the ban list is out, I don't think we're gonna get another ban list until maybe 2.5 to 3 months from now. So okay, well, I should have to check the ban list. I forgot what it said when it's like it probably says no sooner than a few months, but I'm thinking 2.5 to 3 months you might get another ban list. But that we're probably gonna get one after the tins most likely. So Runic Fountain is pretty much not gonna get. There's not really. Well, okay, no, that's still not true. I was about to say something dumb. There is a chance for it to get replayed. It could be in Battles of Legend. That is a possibility. But Runic Fountain, if it doesn't get in that Battles of Legend, it is just gonna keep going up. So if you really want to use it, knowing it's gonna get reprinted, I would just get it right now before it potentially kind of goes up, unless you want to chance that reprint. Another card that has gone up a lot is Runic Tip. So Runic Tip was down here around the $14 range, and now it's kind of starting to shoot back up. Looks like you got near mint first eds 27, so you'll get them at the $27 to $28 range. This is another card that I don't know. I don't want to give I don't want to sit there and say, oh, if you really want to play, go out and get it, because to be honest, this is another candidate that could be in the Battle of Legend. They could kind of put one of these two cards in there as like some type of like as some kind of as some kind of chase card to kind of go after. But at the same time, if they're not in there, expect these cards to go up. I wouldn't be surprised if Runic Tip just doesn't get its reprint in Battles of Legend. It's gonna be like a $40 card. All right, guys, that's it for the video. I'm still having trouble with with all this freaking stuff going on, trying to get my editing software to work. Got a little thing going on with my with my throat right now. So that's it for the video, guys. Peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one.